Hello everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully you all are doing well today. Today is Thursday, January 9th. So shout out to my youngest sister. Happy birthday. But we're going to get started and see where we're going. So as always, take what resonates, leave what does not resonate for you. This week has been very interesting in energy, so we'll see what wants to come through. I'm not going to put any pin on it, but it seems to have some sort of theme going on, so we'll see if that wants to come through. But what we got? We've got compassion. Okay, compassion. We have death. Okay. The observer. This is also Aquarian energy. We've got Scorpio, Aquarian, and then we have boundaries, which is Virgo. I feel like that there needs to be a step back. Okay. There needs to be a step back. I don't see physical energy happening right now. That has kind of been the theme of this week, is there is no physical energy. There is no motion for you on a physical movement. Now, emotionally, there's been a lot. There has been absolutely a lot. You need to be having better boundaries with yourselves and with others. Definitely having compassion for other people, because, you know, everyone else is going through essentially the same thing on their own terms. But with the endings that are happening, and that has been very clear this week, the cycles are closing. Your job is to observe. Okay, your job is to observe the changes that are happening, to not take action, but to have boundaries. And the boundaries can be with others, or, as we've been talking about earlier this week, they're with ourselves. Okay, having boundaries with ourselves, knowing when the emotions are true, and knowing when the emotions are not, when it's just a trained emotional response from us. So please keep that in mind as we move forward through and into next week, that your job right now is to not take any physical action. It is to get yourself emotionally to a place where you can take action, yes. But right now there is no action. Right now your job is just to observe your mind, observe your emotions, observe the physical world around you, but not to do anything other than to pay attention. Pay attention. That I knew that was coming. That's really loud. My intuition was like, pay attention. So pay attention to what is going to be happening throughout these next few days and into the weekend. Underneath, we've got the 10 of Wands. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the 5 of Swords. Ooh, that's kind of bright. 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, the King of Cups, and here we have the Virgo energy with the Hermit. So there's still the 10s. The 10s are really loud this week. But that's just telling me that the endings that have been going on have gone on a little bit too long. That's fine. It happens. You know, we linger. We're human. But as we linger, we delay the good things that are coming in. We've got the Ace of Cups and the 5 of Swords, and I feel as though the reason why we've been lingering is because we've been reminiscing. Fine. Again, as humans, we're allowed to reminisce. There's also been a level of uncertainty with the 2 of Swords. A level of uncertainty coming through, like, you know, what are the next steps? Am I doing this right? I'm here to tell you that, again, right now your job is just to observe. Okay? And emotionally, if you get to a point where you start to freak out, like have that anxiety of, oh my God, am I really doing this right? You need to take a deep breath. Because every life is different. And what works for me may not work for you. Or what works for you may not work for your friends. Because we're all different. We all have different life experiences. There is no right or wrong. Okay? Your job all week has been to observe your emotional responses and observe the endings. Not to take action. When it comes to the emotional side of things, you are to take control of those emotions, to not let yourself get so anxiety filled that you start to second guess yourself. Don't do that. Don't second guess yourself. These things are happening for a reason, for you to observe them. You can rewire your emotions. You can rewire your emotional responses. But the first step to all of that is to first observe and witness that those emotional responses are there. And that's where I feel as though the King of Cups and the Virgo energy comes in. You are shining a light on those emotions. Magician, you are changing. You are changing, and you are also learning new things. And soon those new things will be applied with the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. Grounding this energy is the Lovers. I like that. Guiding this energy is the Three of Swords. I understand that. The Knight of Wands, this showed up in the same spot, what was it, Tuesday? Four of Pentacles, absolutely. Natural human responses. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Pentacles. It is in our human nature to hold on to certain things. Relationships, jobs, stability. That's what it boils down to. And at the very end of the day, with jobs and relationships and people and boundaries that we have in place, it is a structure, it is a stability that we have as people, that we have created, that we're unwilling to let go of. It is a stability, it is a ground in which we stand on. And when that ground starts to crumble and fall apart, it does make us anxious. It makes us anxious, it makes us worried, heartache starts to come in, and then we start to kind of cling to the things that we know. I understand. I was there. I've been there. Everyone on this earth has been exactly in that point. What I'm here to tell you is that the more you hold on to the things that are trying to leave, the more painful it's going to become. And the more stagnant you will become. Because right now, that's what I see. I see you trying to hold on to these things. Again, natural and human. I'm validating that for you. But our emotional responses have conditioned us to want to hold on to those things because that's what we know. As humans, we hold on to what we know best. And that's okay. But when we hold on to those things, it makes the universal work a lot harder. And so we go from the Four of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. We go from holding on to really observing. And that's what I want you to want you to do. Like I said, I want you to pay attention. Pay attention to your emotions as you transition through this energy, because things are trying to leave. Old chapters, old cycles, people, relationships even, because we have the Lovers here. But there are these things that are trying to leave that you were holding on to for dear life because you were afraid of the unknown. Normal, natural. But without the unknown, we would never learn. We would never learn that we are capable of handling things even though they are unknown. As somebody who has gone through the similar transition, and this was back in October, November, I, like I said earlier this week, was afraid. I was afraid to let go. I was afraid of what was going to happen next. Now that I'm here, on the other side of all of that change, emotionally, I am doing better. Physically, I am doing better. Spiritually, I feel like it has done nothing but blow up. When it comes to my job, I started a new job, which has so much more fulfillment. I'm not saying that this isn't fulfilling, because this is fulfilling, but, you know, I was working at a hotel, I was taking care of other people's needs. Well, now my new job literally has me assisting people. And I couldn't be happier with it. But I had to release the old emotional stability. I had to release the job. in order for these new things to come in. Was it scary? Yep. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But I trusted in what the universe and what my intuition and what I was feeling to help me move forward through this. Yeah. Yes. There were moments of like, am I really doing the right thing? Like, you know, there was a moment right before all this transition happened where I'm like, am I really doing the right thing? Like, it really had me second guessing. But the more that I observed and the more that I watched myself and my emotional responses and just the world around me, it really made me realize that I was holding on to things that had been trying to leave for quite a while. I had removed the emotional response from these situations and really paid attention to, this is on its way out. Is this here for me, or is this trying to leave? And when I noticed that these things were trying to leave, I had to trust that the universe was going to bring in things to replace that. And it did. Yes, there were moments of second guessing. Yes, there were moments of doubt. But I was not going to let that doubt stand in my way. Because there came a point of no return where I'm like, okay, like, I either move forward and get with it, or this is gonna suck. And when I finally embraced that I have to move forward, it was like a vacuum. It was like, as things were leaving out the back door, I knew things coming in through the front door, and I didn't really have time. I mean, I did have time, but there wasn't much time to really see the big changes, because as one thing was pulled, the other thing dropped in, and then my focus was there. And that's what I feel like is happening here. That's what I feel like has been happening for the majority of the people that I talk to, is things are leaving while new things are coming in, and people are trying to hold these pieces down, being like, no, wait. And so that's what's causing these jams and these kinks in the chains and the clogs in the system. If you were receiving these calls, these intuitive messages and these feelings of you have to release and let go, lean into that. Lean into that energy. Because what I see here is the communication of the universe being like, hey, like, we're ready whenever you are. And with us being in the age of Aquarius, some of you, yes, are going to be dragged through the mud before you can stand up, clean yourself off, and move forward. It's because you've delayed it for so long. Others of you, it's going to be like a vacuum. It's going to be one piece up, one piece in, and off you go. But the main takeaway from all of this is it's going to benefit you. 9 of Pentacles. It is going to benefit you. It's going to make you feel so much better. The fruit of your labors is going to pay off. That's coming from my intuition. What else can you give me with this? Justice. Justice. 2 of Pentacles. Look at that balance. Ace of Swords. Wow. 8 of Swords. Yeah. I know right now you feel like this. I'm going to let you in on a little secret about the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords are the situations and the conditions that we put down, our thoughts, the things that we put in place for ourselves that keep us trapped. And in a normal 8 of Swords, actually even in this, you know, the ropes don't look tightly bound around her, because they're not. She can easily get out of this if she so chooses. But that is half the battle, is realizing that you're in a stuck situation and realizing you are standing in your own way. And then you can finally start to do something about it. But the lesson, the takeaway here is things are going to balance out, just as with the 2 of Pentacles. But you have to see things clearly. You have to see the truth. Oof. That is the Ace of Swords, and you can't really see that. There we go. The Ace of Swords. And it's interesting because this one is grabbing the blade. Grabbing that blade. Is it going to hurt? Yep. Yes, it is. But sometimes pain is the biggest teacher that we have. So don't let this stop you. Let it inspire you. Let it drive you. But for some of you, it is going to hurt. And I've said this throughout this week. It is going to hurt. Okay. What you got? Tower. Tower. Chariot. The Ten of Pentacles. And death. These changes are going to be sudden. But you will be victorious. You will get that success. But the foundation has to crumble first. The foundation does have to crumble first. But on the other side of that is great, great things for you. So, zodiac signs that I see. We have got Scorpio, Aries, Cancer. We've got Pisces, Virgo, Gemini. More Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. That is what I see. Your job right now is to observe, to pay attention. That way, when you do see a kink in the chain, you can do something about it. Okay? Okay. All right, guys, this is what I have for you. I really, really hope this helped. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, your company is well appreciated. And I will see you all again later. Bye, guys.